Yo, what is up, guys? It is Angel coming back at you with another awesome review. I am super excited about this box that I have. I just received this from 5K Toys. Had a great experience with them. As soon as I paid for my second payment for this figure, they shipped this out immediately, and I got this on my doorstep within a few days. And the anticipation is super high on this figure. And if you've seen the thumbnail in the description, you know exactly what this is. But enough of waiting. Let's go ahead and crack this thing open. And this is the box, man. It is super small. I mean, I have this figure right here. The NECA is the last run-in. And look at how small it is compared to this figure. I do love that a lot, though, because these companies, they use all these resources, and at the end of the day, they can make a box very small and you can store it on your shelf. I know some boxes are more aesthetically pleasing, but I do prefer the smaller boxes. That way I can, store them for later or store their accessories in there, because sometimes the boxes are so big and I just would rather throw them away than keep them. But here's the front, the right side, the back of the box with some artwork, and the left side. And this thing definitely came nicely secure and wrapped, and it did have a lot of bubble wrap in the box, so that was awesome, and I'm just glad it's safe and in my hands. But let's go ahead and open this up. So there he is out of the box, looking all nice and wrapped and secured. He does come with this card with a bunch of little mini playing cards that you can punch out and give to him. I think I might just keep it like this, honestly, because I don't think I can keep track of all these small little pieces. But he's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and open him up and check out what's inside. Of course, he has an insane amount of accessories because Filix Toys is known to have their fair share of accessories and store them very well. A bunch of hands, a bunch of weapons, and of course Heath Ledger himself with his two head sculpts, the main one that's on him, the other one that's off him, and this mask, this clown face mask from the bank robbery scene. So after messing around with this figure for a bit, all I gotta say is this figure is absolutely amazing. He looks amazing. He is actually pretty well tailored. This jacket does look a little bit big, but the material and the way they did it is pretty well done, if you ask me, for this scale at least. And God, this face sculpt is just insane, man. When you guys see this in person, it's crazy. It's mind-boggling how the likeness looks so much like Heath Ledger, and even the paint itself, it's so well done. It looks like he has powdered makeup on his face. He does have another form where if you take his jacket off, he looks like from the scene in the movie where he's sitting at the table having a conversation. And you can also leave him with his jacket on. Both look pretty cool. He does come with a couple different head sculpts. This is the main one that you're gonna get fresh out of the box. And then there is another one that you can put on as well, which is more of a menacing, kind of evil, laughing, more Joker-ish kind of face. I just love this so much, man. This is so well done. And once you get this in hand, you're gonna be very well impressed. I definitely think he's a great figure and a crazy way to start off the year with these bangers, man. It's crazy. He also does have this mask that you can put on both faces pretty easily. It just kind of slides over the face. It is big and it fits on pretty well, and it doesn't look too wacky or anything. It looks pretty cool. It looks like the scene in the movie that we all know and love, where he robs the bank using the school bus and all that craziness. The figure itself is loaded with detail, man. Like, just look at all this clothing and the materials they use. The jacket is this like soft velvety kind of texture, so I would be careful bringing this around animals or something, because it will get covered in hair very easily. but it's just insane, man. The level of detail on this face is so well done. The body, the little chain on the side is a real metal chain, so be careful, you don't want that snagging on anything. Back, it's all well done, man. It's all great, and I am in love with this figure right now. If you guys do want to take off the jacket to see his other form, it's actually very easy. You do pop off these hands right here, preferably, and they do pop off way better than the previous Filix toy ink blot, because the way the pegs are in the hand, they're not vertical anymore, so you don't have to worry too much about them popping off, at least from my experience. They pop off very easily. It doesn't feel like anything's gonna break. You go ahead and pop those hands off, and then you're gonna slide this coat off, which has like this kind of silk material inside, so it slides off very easily. And then it has this other vest that you can take off, and pretty much that is it. From there on, you have your cool Joker, kind of a little more comfortable, I'm sure, because it does get hot with all that clothing on, but he looks cool, and you can set up that scene that we all know and love from The Dark Knight. Articulation wise, I decided to leave his jacket off for this segment because he could probably get most of it or more of it with and off. His head can turn left pretty easily, turn right very easily, look down about that far, look up not too far, but that's not a big deal. His shoulders go up about that high and move forward. I think it has a butterfly joint, I can't really tell. Reaches across pretty well. It has a rotation of the bicep, and then it does have double jointed elbows. His wrist can do 360 and forward and backwards very easily. Get some good lighting. Whoops. Sorry, I gotta fix the lighting. I believe it has a ball joint at the torso, so it moves around fairly well. Leans back about that far, leans forward that far. His legs go up kind of high, but I'd be careful because of the way they're tailored. But I think that's max for me, at least. I don't want to rip anything, and they go out about that far, unless he's doing the splits, of course. And then his knees, they do, I think, have a double jointed knee, yeah, so it bends very good. And then his foot is on a ball joint from what I can tell, and then it can rotate, and then it can kind of rock pretty good. So yeah, this guy has pretty good articulation. Obviously with his jacket on, it doesn't move as well, so that's why I decided to leave it off for this part. One thing that I almost forgot to mention is also his jacket does have these little magnets right here to hold it down, so it doesn't look all messy and crazy, and I do really like that, and I do really appreciate that. I wish it kind of did have a feature to close it fully, but I don't even think he does close it at all in the show or anything. But yeah, man, this guy, he's very well done. Accessory wise, this dude comes with a boatload of stuff. He comes with 2 fist hands, even though he doesn't really fight with his fists too much, but yeah, they are included, so that's cool. 2 trigger finger hands, 2 of these other semi-closed hands. I think this is for like grabbing cards or smaller objects. 2 open-handed, like let's be reasonable kind of thing, or let's negotiate kind of thing hands. 2 almost fully like closed fisted hands, that way you can hold blunt objects. And then for the last pair of hands, 2 ungloved open hands. Weapon wise, this guy's pretty much got an arsenal. He comes with a shotgun, a machine gun, a couple different pistols, some knives, some explosives, you name it, this dude pretty much has it. Another couple cool things he comes with is this bomb you can put inside of his jacket, and also it comes with this cool kind of like foot knife thing, which I think is a pretty awesome accessory, but I did have a lot of trouble putting it on, so I would be careful with the sock, and just make sure you're careful. Mine doesn't really even pop on fully, but you know, just be careful when you do it. And finally, he comes with some playing cards that you can put in between his fingers that are very tiny, so be cautious. And also this huge set of playing cards that you can pop out. I'm definitely just gonna leave it in here. I don't know about you guys, but yeah. All in all, this figure is fantastic, man. If you like Heath Ledger and you like this version of Joker, this is the best version of this Joker there is, hands down. The scale is very nice for my collection because I do collect 6-inch figures, so I'll go ahead and show some comparisons. There he is standing next to the Mezco 1/12 Spider-Man 2099 on the left. And then of course I had to put him next to the Filix Toys ink blot on the right, looking very well and looking very great next to each other. And then there he is next to the Marvel Legends Japanese Spider-Man on the left. And then I had to put him next to a little bit of a bigger guy, the Mortal Kombat Storm Collectibles Reptile on the right. And yeah, man, this guy, I think he scales very well. He doesn't look too big, he doesn't look too small, and he's definitely gonna look very nice in your collection. All in all, man, at the end of the day, this guy is a fantastic figure. Wow, I am just so shocked because the beginning of 2023 just happened and all these bangers are just dropping, dude. Like, this guy is very well tailored. The cloth, the soft goods, everything is so premium and so nice. Other than like the way he is, there's only a couple gripes that I had, which is the foot on the right. If you take this off, be very careful because that sock is sensitive and you don't want to rip it up. Unfortunately, I kind of messed my cloth up, but be careful replacing the foot with the dagger foot. And then his feet are kind of loose, but you know, it's not a big deal at all. Putting his head in, you have to be careful because you can kind of bend the collar and it kind of gets stuck underneath his head sculpt. But other than that, this figure is amazing and absolutely beautiful, and I'm so happy to have this in my collection. I definitely think you should get it now if you can. 5ktoys.com is where I got mine at. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you like this content. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed this video. Comment what you think of this figure if you received them or if not. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. Peace.